Under the relentless sun, Jesus and his disciples trek along a dusty road, their figures small against the vast landscape. Dust swirls around their feet as they walk, each step measured and deliberate. Jesus' face is etched with weariness, a visible sign of the burdens he carries. The disciples follow closely, their expressions a mix of concern and unwavering faith. The endless road stretches before them, promising both trials and the hope of what lies ahead. Dust swirls as the disciples enter the bustling village, their sandals echoing on the sun-baked earth. They weave through the vibrant crowd, seeking provisions amidst the lively market. The air buzzes with bartering and chatter, a symphony of village life unfolding before them. Jesus watches from a distance, a serene observer amidst the flurry of activity. His gaze follows his disciples, a silent guardian in the heart of the bustling village. Under the harsh sun, Jesus rests wearily by Jacob's well, its stones whispering tales of generations past. The ancient well stands as a silent witness, its worn surface reflecting centuries of use and countless stories. Jesus' face shows exhaustion, a stark contrast to the timelessness of the well. Dusty ground surrounds the well, baking under the relentless heat, highlighting the desolation of the place. The air shimmers with heat, the stillness broken only by the occasional breeze. Jacob's well, a place of rest for the weary traveler. Under the harsh daylight, a Samaritan woman trudges towards Jacob's well, a heavy water jar accentuating the weariness in her posture. Her steps are slow, each movement reflecting a deep-seated burden she carries within. She pointedly avoids the gazes of others, her eyes downcast, as if trying to disappear into the landscape. The well awaits, a silent witness to her solitary journey and unspoken story. Under the blazing sun, Jesus, weary, rests by Jacob's well. The ancient stones radiate heat. A woman approaches, her footsteps echoing softly as she nears the well to draw water. Jesus speaks, his voice gentle yet firm. "Give me a drink," the woman responds, questioning in her tone. "How is it that you, a Jew, ask for a drink from me, a woman of Samaria?" Under the scorching sun at Jacob's well, a woman watches Jesus, her eyes narrowed with suspicion. The still air vibrates with unspoken questions and rising tension. Her challenge cuts through the quiet. Why would a Jew ask a Samaritan woman for a drink? The scene hangs, waiting for Jesus' response. The fate of understanding at stake. Under the relentless sun, Jacob's well stands as a stone sentinel. Jesus sits, radiating quiet strength. A weathered woman approaches, her eyes reflecting a life etched with hardship and suspicion. Jesus speaks with gentle authority. "If you knew the gift of God, he would have given you living water." The woman challenges, her voice laced with skepticism. "Sir, where can you get this living water?" Under the bright day, a woman stands beside the ancient Jacob's well, her face etched with frustration. Jesus stands opposite her, a gentle smile radiating warmth and understanding. She gestures to the well, its depths shadowed and mysterious. "The well is deep, and I have nothing to draw with," she says, her voice tinged with resignation. Jesus listens intently, his gaze unwavering and filled with a profound serenity. Under the blazing sun, Jesus stands by Jacob's well, his presence commanding against the ancient stones. A woman approaches, water jar in hand, her expression a mix of skepticism and veiled curiosity. Jesus speaks, his words resonating with promise. "Whoever drinks of the living water will never thirst again." The woman's furrowed brow reveals her curiosity growing, a silent question forming in her eyes. At Jacob's well, ancient stones whisper tales of time as a weary woman stands, her clothes marked by travel. Nearby, Jesus sits calmly, undisturbed by the sun's harsh glare. Her voice echoes across the open space, a plea born of exhaustion and hope. "Give me this living water so I won't have to keep coming here," the woman requests. Jesus' gaze intensifies, a profound shift in his expression, focusing intently on the woman. Beneath the sun's glare at Jacob's well, Jesus gestures towards the village, his movements calm and purposeful. The woman's weathered face reveals a flicker of unease, her eyes darting nervously around the ancient site. Jesus speaks, his tone gentle yet firm, guiding her with words of understanding and hope. Shame creeps into her eyes as she looks down, the weight of unspoken burdens heavy on her shoulders. The ancient stone of the well stands witness, a silent testament to lives intertwined and stories yet untold. Under the harsh sun at Jacob's well, a woman draws water, her movements betraying a hidden unease. Jesus watches, his gaze intense, as she pointedly avoids his eyes, creating a palpable tension. A moment of stark honesty hangs in the air as the woman declares, "I have no husband." With gentle understanding, Jesus responds, "You are right in saying you have no husband." Sunlight blazes upon the ancient stones surrounding Jacob's well, casting long shadows under the intense heat. Jesus stands, his gaze focused intently on the woman, an unwavering presence in the harsh daylight. The woman shifts uneasily, her expression betraying a hidden discomfort, a flicker of apprehension crossing her face. With calm authority, Jesus speaks, his words carrying a weight that stills the air around them. "You have had 5 husbands, and the man you are with now is not your husband," Jesus says, leaving the woman stunned. Sunlight bathes Jacob's well, ancient stones warm under the sun's golden touch. A woman, initially guarded, now regards Jesus, her expression shifting from skepticism to curiosity. Her posture softens, the rigid lines of defensiveness melting away. Respect dawns in her eyes, a silent question hanging in the air between them. Sunlight warms the ancient stones of Jacob's well, where a lone woman stands, lost in thought. The air hangs still, carrying whispers of dry earth and distant olive groves. A contemplative gaze sweeps over the timeless landscape. From afar, her voice carries on the breeze, a question hanging in the air. "Our fathers worshipped on this mountain, but you Jews claim that the place where we must worship is in Jerusalem." Golden sunlight warms the ancient stones of Jacob's well, a place steeped in history and whispered tales. Jesus stands serene, the still air carrying only the gentle hum of insects. With a thoughtful gesture, Jesus indicates the tranquil landscape surrounding them. His gaze is steady, filled with a profound understanding of the divine. True worship is not about location, Jesus says, his voice resonating with quiet conviction, but about worshiping in spirit and truth, he concludes, his words hanging in the sun-drenched air. Under the scorching sun, Jacob's well stands as a silent witness. Jesus, serene, engages a Samaritan woman in profound discourse. Her gaze remains fixed, captivated by the depth in Jesus' eyes. "God is spirit," Jesus proclaims, his voice clear and resonant, and seeks those who worship him in spirit and truth. The woman's expression shifts, the weight of his words settling upon her. Sunlight bathes Jacob's well, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. A weathered woman stands near the well, her face etched with resilience. An inner strength radiates from her, a beacon in the desolate landscape. A fragile spark of hope flickers in her eyes, a promise of something more. "The coming Messiah will explain all things," she declares with quiet conviction. Bathed in sunlight, Jacob's well stands ancient and silent. Jesus and the woman face each other, the air charged with unspoken words. Jesus speaks with gentle authority. "I who speak to you am he." The woman's eyes widen, realization dawning as the weight of his words sinks in. Overwhelmed, She struggles to reconcile the man before her with the truth he reveals. Beside Jacob's well, a water jar sits abandoned, reflecting the sun's harsh glare. Driven by newfound determination, the woman strides purposefully away from the well. Each step carries her further, fueled by a sense of urgency and revelation. She hurries towards the village, a beacon of change against the arid landscape. Under the bright sun, a lone woman enters the village, her simple clothes hinting at a long journey. Her face etched with fatigue, yet her eyes burn with unwavering resolve. She strides confidently into the heart of the village. Her voice rings out, cutting through the village's daily hum. Come and see," she cries out, her voice filled with urgency and challenge. "I have brought a man who knows everything I have ever done," she proclaims, her words echoing. Doubtful glances ripple through the village as the woman's words hang in the air, a challenge to their weary hearts. The seed of curiosity sprouts amidst skepticism, a fragile hope taking root in their hardened expressions. Hesitant steps break the stillness, one by one, as the villagers begin to follow her. Reluctance fades into cautious intrigue, their collective gaze fixed on the path ahead. Under the scorching sun at Jacob's well, the disciples return, their expressions a mix of shock and curiosity. A Samaritan woman stands by the well, her face lit by earnest conversation with Jesus. The air is thick with unspoken questions as the disciples observe the unlikely exchange. Their surprise deepens, a silent storm of confusion brewing among them. Dust motes swirl in the sunlight around Jacob's well, where Jesus sits in serene contemplation. His disciples gather nearby, their faces etched with worry as they watch him. "Rabbi, eat something. You must be hungry," they urge, their concern palpable in the still air. Jesus responds calmly, a hint of mystery in his voice. "I have food to eat that you know nothing about." Sunlight kisses the ancient stones of Jacob's well, highlighting its timeless beauty. Jesus, serene and unwavering, stands beside the well, his presence radiating peace. He gestures towards the landscape, a silent invitation to witness the divine purpose unfolding. His voice rings with conviction. "My food is to do the will of the one who sent me, and to finish his work," Jesus declares, his gaze fixed on a distant, unseen horizon. The sun glares harshly upon Jacob's well, baking the parched earth and casting stark, elongated shadows. Jesus, serene against the harsh landscape, raises a hand towards the horizon. Tiny figures appear on the distant horizon, growing steadily larger as they approach. Dust devils swirl around the feet of the approaching villagers, their faces still obscured by the distance. Jesus' eyes reflect the golden light, his expression hopeful as he observes the growing crowd. With a gentle yet firm tone, Jesus declares, "The fields are ripe for harvest." Under the scorching sun, a dusty road stretches towards the horizon. A small group of villagers trudges along, their footsteps stirring up clouds of dust. Their faces are etched with a mixture of curiosity and deep apprehension. In the distance, Jacob's well shimmers like a mirage, a beacon in the arid landscape. Each step they take is heavy with unspoken fears and cautious hope. The air is thick with anticipation as they approach the well. Under the sun's gaze, villagers approach Jacob's well, their faces etched with anticipation and curiosity. A crowd gathers, a sea of faces turning towards Jesus, their expressions a mix of hope and reverence. Eager eyes fix on Jesus, every word poised to capture their hearts and minds. A hush falls as Jesus begins to speak, his voice carrying across the open space. Villagers listen intently, their souls stirred by the promise of redemption. Sunlight warms the ancient stones surrounding Jacob's well, where a palpable sense of anticipation hangs in the air. Jesus stands before the villagers, his serene presence drawing their curious gazes. With gentle hands and compassionate eyes, Jesus begins to speak of unseen wonders, The kingdom of God is like a mustard seed, Jesus proclaims, his voice echoing with conviction. He continues, "Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin that I had lost." The villagers listen intently, their faces reflecting a mix of hope and profound understanding. Villagers gather at Jacob's well, their hopeful faces turned towards Jesus in the bright sunlight. Curiosity flickers across their faces as they listen intently to his teachings. Belief dawns in their eyes, a shared understanding knitting them together. A sense of community blossoms. Nurtured by hope and the warmth of the day, sunlight bathes Jacob's well, its tranquil surface reflecting the clear sky above. A woman stands silently, her figure outlined against the radiant backdrop. Her gaze is fixed upon the well, a serene smile gracing her lips. Joy emanates from her expression, a silent testament to a profound sense of peace. Gratitude shines in her eyes, reflecting the life-giving water before her. She appears lost in a moment of tranquil reflection, her face radiant with inner light. At Jacob's well, villagers gather, their faces a canvas of hope and desperation under the bright sun. Their voices rise in a unified plea, begging Jesus to stay among them, their words filled with urgent hope. Jesus pauses, the weight of their collective yearning etched on his face as he contemplates their request. A single nod from Jesus unleashes a wave of relief, washing over the anxious crowd. Gratitude shines in their eyes as they prepare to guide him back, their steps lighter with renewed faith. The path to the village becomes a procession of hope, led by Jesus and fueled by unwavering belief. Candlelight paints the village home in a soft glow as Jesus sits, a serene smile lighting his face. He raises his hands over the humble meal, eyes closed, a silent prayer filling the air. A palpable peace descends, wrapping the villagers in warmth and tranquility. His voice, gentle and resonant, speaks words of comfort, lifting spirits in the quiet night. Oil lamps cast a warm light within the humble village home. Villagers, young and old, gather, their faces a canvas of awe and understanding. Eyes are fixed on Jesus, a beacon of hope in their simple lives. Each word from Jesus resonates deeply, touching the core of their beings. The air is thick with anticipation, hearts open to divine wisdom. In the quiet of the night, spirits are stirred and renewed. Under the bright sun, Jesus arrives at the humble village, ready to share his teachings and miraculous healings. The villagers gather, their faces etched with curiosity and hope as they listen to Jesus' profound words. A ripple of anticipation spreads as Jesus begins to heal the sick, his touch bringing relief and wonder. Joyful cries echo through the village as the once afflicted rise, now healthy and full of life. 2 days pass, and the village transforms into a haven of faith, healing, and renewed spirit. The people's hearts are filled with gratitude, their faces reflecting the profound impact of Jesus' visit. Villagers gather, their expressions shifting from doubt to curiosity, drawn together by whispers of the extraordinary, faces etched with dawning belief. They exchange glances, the weight of Jesus' words settling upon them. The initial skepticism begins to dissolve as shared memories surface, their murmurs rising with anticipation. A collective sense of wonder fills the village, transforming the ordinary day into one charged with possibility. The villagers gather, their faces shifting with awe as understanding dawns in their eyes. A solemn nod sweeps through the crowd, a hushed murmur of collective realization. Amidst them stands the woman, a serene smile now gracing her lips. Her eyes, once shadowed by doubt, now shine with conviction and newfound peace. Her transformation is complete, a testament to faith's transformative power. We now know Jesus is indeed the Savior of the world. The villagers whisper, their voices filled with reverence. Dust swirls around Jesus' sandals as he pauses at the edge of the village, a solitary figure against the humble backdrop. The villagers gather, their faces etched with a poignant mix of sadness and heartfelt gratitude. Mothers hold their children close, their protective arms a shield against the unknown. Wide, curious eyes of the children reflect a sense of wonder and awe as they gaze upon Jesus. The air is thick with unspoken emotions, a silent testament to the profound impact of his presence. A moment of shared humanity, suspended in the golden light of the day. Under the bright sun, villagers gather, their faces a canvas of sorrow and resolve. A sea of hands wave farewell to Jesus, a silent promise hanging in the air. Their voices rise in a chorus of hope, echoing with the message of love. Each face reflects a vow to carry on, their spirits unbroken by parting. On a dusty road, Jesus and his disciples begin their journey. The sun beating down, their figures small against the vast landscape. They leave behind a village touched by grace, the seeds of faith now sown in the hearts of the villagers. The heat rises in visible waves, the air shimmering as they walk into the horizon, their purpose unwavering. Echoes of their teachings linger, a testament to the transformative power they carry, changing lives with every step. Under the open sky, Jacob's well stands timeless. Sunlight glints on the ancient stones, a beacon of history. A serene, still surface reflects the heavens. The well remains a silent witness to a profound encounter. Sunlight floods the temple, illuminating swirling dust motes. Jewish leaders gather, their faces etched with concern. A circle of hushed, urgent voices fills the sacred space. Resentment hangs heavy in the air among the leaders. The temple witnesses a silent, brewing storm of emotions. Sunlight floods the temple, illuminating dust and the weighty silence among the Jewish leaders. Faces etched with worry, they gather, a tight circle of hushed voices and troubled glances. Each gesture is fraught with urgency as they discuss their strategy. The air grows thick with unspoken plans, a storm brewing in the heart of the temple. Shadows lengthen, mirroring the growing intensity of their resolve to discredit Jesus. Determination hardens into a chilling plot as the day wanes within the temple walls. In the village square, the Samaritan woman passionately recounts her tale, her voice ringing with newfound conviction. Villagers gather, their faces etched with curiosity, and a glimmer of dawning hope as they listen intently to her every word. A ripple of excitement stirs through the crowd as whispers break out, fueled by the woman's inspiring testimony. The air crackles with anticipation as the villagers consider seeking out Jesus, their hearts opening to the possibility of change. The village awakens, nestled among rolling hills, once quiet streets now teeming with life. Drawn by whispers of miracles, visitors flood in, their faces hopeful and expectant. A vibrant tapestry of humanity unfolds, their collective anticipation palpable. The air crackles with reverence, a shared belief weaving through the crowd. The village transforms into a beacon of faith, its energy uplifting and profound. Hope blossoms in the heart of the village, drawing all near with its radiant promise. Candlelight paints the room in a soft glow, shadows dancing on the walls as villagers gather, their faces a canvas of worry and hope. A resonant hum fills the air, the unified voices of the villagers rising in prayer and song, a plea echoing in the night. Each face reflects the flickering light, eyes closed in fervent supplication, as the hymn rises and falls like the tide. The collective spirit of the village binds them together, their shared hope, a fragile shield against the encroaching darkness. Jesus walks through the vibrant countryside, his presence a beacon of hope against the vast, open sky. His voice carries on the wind, weaving tales of faith, love, and redemption to those who gather near. A gentle touch, a whispered prayer, miracles unfold, transforming lives in quiet, profound ways. Crowds swell, drawn by the promise of healing and the hunger for words that soothed the soul. Eager faces, weathered by hardship, now illuminated with newfound belief and quiet anticipation. The countryside echoes with the murmur of prayers and the soft rustle of hope taking root in weary hearts. Sunlight bathes the countryside as Jesus stands in a clearing, a small crowd gathered in hopeful anticipation. A blind man kneels before Jesus, his milky, unfocused eyes turned upwards in silent supplication. With infinite gentleness, Jesus reaches out, his touch promising solace and restoration. Dust motes dance in the air, witnesses to a moment poised between darkness and a dawning light. Under the vast expanse of a sun-drenched countryside, a multitude gathers, their figures dotting the golden fields. Jesus stands serene, a beacon of calm amidst the crowd's anticipation. Before him, mere loaves of bread and fish lie, a humble offering in the face of immense need. He raises his hands, a silent prayer ascending towards the heavens. A miracle begins, unseen yet palpable, the air shimmering with divine energy. Baskets overflow, a testament to abundance, feeding the multitude with grace and plenty. The Samaritan woman moves, her face radiant with newfound joy. Her voice rings with conviction as she shares her testimony from village to village. She gestures emphatically, her eyes sparkling as she recounts her encounter. Villagers gather, their curiosity and skepticism slowly turning to intrigue. Under the harsh sun, long shadows cut across the village square where the villagers gather, their faces a canvas of scorn and curiosity. The Samaritan woman stands firm, her voice clear despite the jeers, her clasped hands betraying a hint of suppressed emotion. Her eyes shine with unwavering conviction as she faces the crowd, her defiance a beacon in the sunlit square. Some villagers turn away, their faces etched with disdain, but others pause, listening with a grudging respect to her words. Under the vast sky, a multitude gathers at Jacob's well, faces mirroring a shared hope and quiet desperation. Worn Bibles and prayer beads, symbols of faith, are clutched tightly, each a beacon in their quest for solace. The ancient waters shimmer, reflecting the sunlight and the silent prayers of those who seek healing. Each person carries a unique story etched in their eyes, converging at this sacred place. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air as they approach the well, a collective yearning for peace. Jacob's well stands as a testament to enduring faith, a source of comfort in a troubled world. Sunlight bathes Jacob's well, transforming it from a place of fear to a beacon of hope and renewal. People gather by the tranquil waters, their faces radiant with reverence and anticipation. The air is thick with a sense of serenity, a sanctuary found in the heart of nature. Jacob's well now symbolizes a fresh start, a place where past fears are washed away. The temple air vibrates with suppressed fury as Jewish leaders seethe, their robes rustling with barely contained agitation. Frustration and resentment are etched deeply into their faces, a silent testament to their growing unease. Jesus' popularity looms over them, a thorn pricking at their pride and authority. His influence spreads like a stain, threatening to erode their power and control. Sunlight pierces the temple's high windows, illuminating swirling dust and casting long shadows across the ancient stone floor. The temple air hangs heavy with unspoken tension as Jewish leaders assemble. Their faces, etched with worry, reflect the weight of a shared burden. A palpable sense of determination simmers beneath the surface of hushed whispers. The air is still as they gather, a storm of silent resolution brewing. In the heart of the temple, shadows dance as they stand united. Beneath a million stars, Jesus kneels, his face a mix of resolve and sorrow. Dew-kissed earth cradles him as a gentle breeze whispers secrets through the tall grass. The scent of wildflowers and damp earth fills the night, a silent witness to his vigil. His gaze lifts towards the heavens, a silent plea etched in every line of his face. Soft, rustling leaves join Jesus' quiet, fervent prayer, the only sound in the vast expanse. The weight of the world seems to rest upon his shoulders in the tranquil night. Under a starlit sky, Jesus gathers his disciples, the scent of dry earth mingling with the stillness of the night. A crackling fire throws dancing shadows as Jesus warns, the road ahead will be fraught with trials. His voice resonates in the quiet night. Doubt will test your resolve, and darkness will try to consume your light. Hold fast to your faith, Jesus urges, his eyes reflecting the fire's glow. A single spark of belief can ignite a fire. Under the vast sky, Jesus walks with a serene knowing, his journey nearing its end. The sun paints long shadows that stretch behind him, marking each step with solemn beauty. Golden wheat fields sway gently, whispering secrets of the earth and sky. A peaceful expression graces his face, reflecting acceptance and quiet resolve. Each breath is a prayer, each step a testament to his unwavering path. Under the relentless sun, Jesus walks through the parched countryside, his face a mask of weariness and inner strength. The villagers' faces reflect a disturbing mix of curiosity, suspicion, and outright hostility towards him. Jesus pauses, his gaze sweeping across the hostile landscape, absorbing the heavy atmosphere of betrayal. His eyes, unwavering and resolute, defy the surrounding rejection with quiet determination. Under the scorching sun, the Samaritan woman returns to Jacob's well, her brow furrowed in thought. She walks slowly, the encounter with Jesus replaying vividly in her memory. A gentle breeze stirs the trees, rustling their leaves as she approaches the ancient well. The well stands silent, a stark reminder of transformation and newfound purpose. Sunlight warms the ancient stones of Jacob's well, where a Samaritan woman speaks with newfound conviction. She gestures, her eyes shining with passion, as she shares her life-altering encounter. And that is how I discovered that he knew everything about me, yet offered me living water. A visitor questions with hopeful curiosity. Living water, a wellspring of faith. He can offer it to you too, she says, her voice full of promise. Under the warm sun, the village pulses with life, a vibrant tapestry woven with unwavering faith. Villagers stroll along sun-drenched paths, their faces mirroring the gentle teachings of Jesus. Love radiates from their smiles, illuminating the simple beauty of their daily interactions. Compassion guides their hands as they offer help, embodying forgiveness in every gesture. The village stands as a beacon of hope, a testament to a community shaped by divine grace. The hearth's glow paints dancing shadows, a beacon against the night. Villagers gather, their faces lit by the fire, sharing tales of faith. Woven mats cradle them as words of hope fill the air. Wood smoke weaves through the room, carrying camaraderie. Under a sky heavy with sorrow, Jesus hangs on the cross, his marred body a testament to sacrifice. A gentle breeze whispers through the desolate landscape, bearing the weight of the world's sins. His eyes, filled with boundless compassion, gaze upon the scene below, offering salvation to all who believe. His gaze transcends the physical pain. The cross stands as a beacon of hope against the vast, sorrowful sky. Love. Under the blazing sun, long shadows stretch across the serene, rolling hills, painting a landscape of quiet anticipation. Rising in glory, Jesus stands radiant, an embodiment of triumph against the vast expanse of the countryside. A wave of pure, untamed energy bursts forth from him, pushing back the encroaching tendrils of darkness. Sin and death recoil in defeat, their shadows shrinking before the overwhelming power of his presence. He stands tall, a beacon of hope, offering the gift of eternal life to those who believe and seek salvation. The countryside transforms into a stage for divine victory, the air shimmering with renewed hope and promise. Golden sunlight floods the tranquil countryside, a scene of ethereal beauty. Jesus, bathed in divine light, begins his majestic ascent toward the heavens. His disciples stand transfixed, their tearful faces upturned in awe and sorrow. A profound silence falls as they witness the impossible, their hearts heavy with emotion. Jesus speaks, his voice resonating with power and love. "I will send my Holy Spirit." His words echo in the air, a promise of guidance and empowerment to sustain them. Inside the village home, jubilation fills the air as villagers celebrate, their faces alight with joy and tears. The Samaritan woman laughs, her face wet with tears, as she embraces a grateful villager in a heartfelt moment. Villagers join the embrace, their smiles radiant, a palpable sense of relief washing over them. Excited chatter buzzes through the home, filled with a newfound hope that resonates in every corner. Sunlight floods the humble village home, illuminating the Samaritan woman as she stands, radiant and resolute. "Come, see a man who told me everything I ever did," she proclaims, her voice ringing with fervent conviction. Could this be the Messiah? The Samaritan woman's question hangs in the air, sparking curiosity among the villagers. Villager 1 nods, captivated. His words resonate deep within my soul. I feel different. Another villager affirms, "I have heard him myself. He truly is the one," their eyes reflecting newfound hope. A spiritual awakening sweeps through the room, transforming faces etched with doubt into expressions of faith. Jacob's well stands bathed in sunlight, a testament to encounters and enduring faith. The well offers living water, a symbol of divine love and grace to all who seek it. People gather, drawn to the well's promise of spiritual refreshment and renewal. The serene landscape reflects the quiet hope found in this sacred place. Bathed in sunlight, the village stands serene, a beacon against the encroaching shadows. Humble homes nestled together, their simple beauty reflecting the faith that binds them. Life unfolds at a tranquil pace, each villager a testament to unwavering belief. A sanctuary of hope, the village whispers promises of solace and redemption. In a world consumed by darkness, their enduring faith shines like a radiant star. Across the open countryside, figures walk with purpose, their voices lifted by the breeze. Disciples journey, their expressions radiant with unwavering faith and fervent hope. Their voices echo as they share the teachings, spreading a message of redemption and renewal. A hopeful journey begins, their message carried by the wind to every corner of the world. Sunlight paints the rolling hills in gold, where wildflowers explode in vibrant colors, and the air hums with life. The woman's story echoes, a testament to courage, rippling through the serene countryside. Her faith, a beacon, inspires countless souls to shatter barriers and embrace the love of Christ. Bees dance among the blooms, their gentle buzzing a symphony to her enduring legacy. The wind whispers through the fields, carrying the scent of wildflowers and the seeds of her unwavering spirit. Her life's impact stretches across the horizon, a promise of hope blooming in every heart. Sunlight paints the church in vibrant hues, dust motes swirling in golden beams. At the wooden pulpit, the preacher stands, hands clasped, a beacon of faith. His voice resonates, filling the empty church with fervent conviction. "Let us reflect on the story of the Samaritan woman," he proclaims, his words echoing. "A woman ostracized, judged, and alone," the preacher says, his expression pained. The light shifts, shadows lengthen, as the story unfolds in the hallowed space. Sunlight paints the church in vibrant colors, streaming through stained glass to illuminate the faces of the devoted parishioners. Heads are bowed in silent prayer, the echoes of the sermon lingering in the sacred space. Some clutch rosaries tightly, their fingers tracing the familiar beads in quiet devotion. Others dab at their eyes, handkerchiefs pressed against faces etched with sorrow and hope. The air is thick with reverence, a palpable sense of shared faith binding the congregation together. A collective breath held in quiet contemplation, a moment of solace found within the church walls. Sunlight bathes Jacob's well, an ancient monument of weathered stones, promising living water. The well stands timeless, a symbol of enduring hope and historical depth. A panoramic view captures the well's serene strength against the vast, open sky. The camera lingers, absorbing the quiet drama of the ancient site. Jacob's well radiates warmth and history, a beacon for those who seek its promise.